In this video, I'm going to show y'all how to make tons of money inside of the brand new cave update in the Forge. Recently, I went ahead and bought this dragon head pickaxe, and as you can see, I have completely turned broke. But luckily, there's a bunch of methods that come with this brand new update that can make getting money so easy, bro. And if this video does help you guys out in any way, please go ahead and subscribe. I've tried my best to find these methods as soon as possible, so I would very much appreciate it. Thank you. But let's get right into it. So first things first, I should clarify, you do not need the dragon head pickaxe. I obviously have it because I'm all the way in the end game. However, there is multiple spots that you can grind in that is good for all kinds of players in this island. To start off with the most basic, right? If you are a newer player, this one is very good for you because this is very good of a method, and it is now actually the second best method inside the entire game, or well, the third now. But that is simply by mining these icy pebbles. I did make a video on this a few weeks ago, but you want to get to the point where you can like almost one-shot or two-shot these icy pebbles, and that is honestly really easy to do as long as you are upgrading your pickaxes over here. Obviously, the progression guide is the aqua pickaxe to the snow, then the frost pickaxe, and eventually the prismatic. Or you can simply save for this dragon head pickaxe if you have it unlocked in order to purchase it. The reason why this method is very good, though, if you're a beginner, is because not only can you make around 50k every 10 or so minutes, but you are able to get tons of XP while doing this. So if you're newer, this is going to help you out overall. It's super easy to do, and just mining these pebbles is a very good little strat. On top of that, you are able to still get some of the good ores. I believe two very good ones you can get is snowite and eyesight from just the pebbles. And those are still considered some of the best in-game ores in the entire game right now. And actually, with the most recent update that we just got in the game, if you currently have the Raven quest unlocked, which I did make a video on it, but basically when you complete all 3 Raven quests and you actually go to the Forge, you will notice you can craft some brand new pieces of armor that are heavy, and that is the Raven's chest plate, the Raven leggings, and the Raven helmet. Not only is it a very good armor set, but if you also actually take a look at the index, you will find that it is the best armor set inside of the entire game. I actually have yet to get one, but it is the worth the most, and it will have the highest base price, even higher than the wolf chest plate. So if you have that in your early to mid game player, bro, this is gonna help you out a lot. So if I have any suggestion, is to unlock the secret cave by doing the Raven quest before you come and do any of these methods. But if you can't do it, that's perfectly fine, because I know it has some requirements behind it. And the last thing I'll say for this method is get some yield things on your pickaxes. Since you're going to be using some mid pickaxes, you probably want some yield, so that way there's a chance of you getting more ores. And I highly recommend you obviously pop a miner potion as well as luck potion. I know you don't really need the luck, but if you have a luck potion on, there's a higher chance that you actually get more drops per little pebble that you break. So it's helpful either way. And there is technically an AFK spot, which is right here. And I did make a complete video about all kinds of AFK spots, so I highly recommend you check it out. Do not want to miss that video. But on to the methods that are much better and newer. Now, the second best method, the one that in my opinion is the most budget friendly for early end game players, is going to be the one we recently had, and that is actually simply by farming for essence. The reason why this one is so good is because for this, you're not actually earning money just off of the essence so much. Like, the essence will give you a good bit. However, if I go ahead and farm right here, you will notice the way that I'm making most of my money, if you take a look at my cash, it's actually by killing these NPCs. And well, how do I do it without dying? That's where it becomes a little bit more complicated of a method, because in order to actually be able to accomplish this very well, you need to get this thing called lifesteal on your tools. Not on your tools, but, you know, on your pickaxe or sword that you're using, sorry. But this thing that I have right now with lifesteal, as you can see, I heal 17% of physical damage dealt on hits, and it has a maximum healing of 5% of my max health. But the reason why this really lets me live is because since my armor has a lot of health, my max health is a lot higher. Therefore, they are doing way less damage to me than I am actually healing. I will say my armor is actually not the greatest for this. Like, it's definitely possible for me to die if I do some things wrong here. But you can get it to the point where I could just stand still and just swing. You used to be able to just stand here and just start clicking. So that way, when all of the NPCs are attacking you, you're instantly killing them. You're getting essence and you're making tons of money. I actually also like to run around doing this method, killing the enemies, because I try to get more of these crystal golems to spawn. Now, although they will do tremendously more damage to you and they probably stun you a lot, they also give you way more money. So, you know, it's a worthy investment. Like, I'll stand right here and I think I might die to this section because, yeah, I just changed a piece of my armor. But look, I'm very low on health. However, my health is still going up and I killed all of them. So we just gained like 3,000 from that. When I was doing this before the update, I actually made over 2 million just by doing this. So I highly recommend it. And after you kill a ton of enemies, you can also go ahead and sell the essence for some cash. Now, if I were to sell my current essence that I just got, let's go ahead and see how much we'd get. So large essence, superior, and epic. You actually can't get legendary from this. So I'm just going to sell these. And yeah, that's already 47,000 on top of whatever amount we just made. And actually, with the method I was showing you guys earlier, I did make a lot of armors, such as those that are Welchire. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of these, and we're just gonna actually go ahead and just delete them because this is probably worth a lot. Yeah, 94,000. Oh my gosh, bro, don't mind me if I do. There we go. And look at that, we just multiplied our money by 4 times in what, 7 minutes? This next method though is arguably the best method inside of the game right now. And I would actually tie it up with 2 different strategies because there's 2 things that I'm going to show you guys and you get to choose which one you prefer and do. If you take a look at the index and go to the enemy section, you will come to find that the brand new Raven Cave has 3 NPCs, and all 3 of these NPCs give slightly a bit more than the peak ones. Now, I should mention the common orc does have a higher cap, so for the common stuff like the mini demonic spider, not so good. But when you get to the demonic spider, as you can see, the range becomes significantly more, and the only thing that will beat that is the Yeti and the crystal golem. And for the demonic queen spider, well, this has one of the highest gold amounts in the entire game. I actually don't think anything beats it. Yes, the golem is not even as close. So technically, if you have very strong armor and you have a good sword with lifesteal on it, you must have lifesteal. If you don't do it, you can't do this method. And on top of that, I also highly recommend you have Thorn, where it reflects 10% of physical damage or whatever amount, with Briar Notch, ruins on and stuff like that. If you have all of those, you can go ahead and actually go a little bit deeper into this cave and kill the enemies. Now, if I try to do this myself, because my armor is not that good, I will die eventually. I can do it for a little bit, however, I will die. And these are significantly better because not only are you getting the best essence inside of the entire game from these NPCs as a fairly common chance, but on top you can get this queen spider to spawn, which for some reason this thing is very bugged and like sometimes it doesn't attack. Like as you can see, I can just stand here. This thing is not gonna touch me and I could just go ahead kill it. There we go. We're gonna make so much money. Right now, I'm at the 136,589. So let's see how much money I'm going to have after I kill this thing. Here we go. I just literally start swinging at it. And as you can see, my health gets to max because I'm life stealing from this thing. So there we go. And I just went up from 136,589 to 138. That basically means I just sold it for 1.5 thousand, which is insane. And then you just go back, keep fighting these mobs, and you know, all over rinse and repeat. The spider does take a little bit of a while to spawn. I'm surprised I actually got it that fast. But this is technically the best method. And also, they do burn you. This is how I died. Yes, the spiders have a demonic curse ability thing where it slowly ticks away at your health. So even with lifesteal, it's a little bit harder than the method method I'm about to show you now. The reason why we're actually gonna be going back to the ice cave, or I believe the peak over here, is because the developers went ahead and made some secret changes when this update came out. If you watched my last video where I talk about AFK spots, you would know that they introduced this AFK spot where now these crystals infinitely respawn, and I did go ahead and show you how to like infinitely grind those while making the best advantage rather than just, you know, sitting here. So definitely check that video out if you haven't. But another thing the devs did is they went ahead and made this the permanent spawn for the Yetis. If you remember what I showed you earlier, the Yetis are the second best money makers inside the entire game for gold. As you can see, they give you tons of gold, tons of XP, and they do a decent amount of damage to you, and they also have a decent amount of health. However, even with a slight like setup like what I have right now, you are able to infinitely grind these Yetis without dying, guaranteed. My armor is not the greatest. Like, bro, I have eye or leggings. Like, what the heck am I doing with this, bro? I definitely need to go ahead and change that, but I think the only reason I have this on is just because of all the perks or something. I don't know, bro. I'll figure it out later. However, what you want is similar lifestyle or lifesteal ability, but it doesn't have to be as good. It allows you to actually fight these guys infinitely. And if I go ahead, just see here, all I have to do is hit my attack button. Sure, they'll go ahead stun me like a million times, but they're still dying. Go ahead, Yetis, have your time, bro. Enjoy. As you can see, my health, it's not chipping down. As soon as it comes down, it goes back up. Now, if you pair this with the old method I showed you over here, where you quickly run to these NPCs and actually trigger them all and hit them all at the same time, not only is your lifesteal still gonna stay at the top, but you are earning so much money. The 36,000 that I started this video with was the amount of money I actually obtained after 3 minutes. I am at 140,000 now, but I only had 36,000 at the start of this video, and I literally got every single one of those dimes in 3 minutes. So let's say 30,000 flat. It was like 36,000, but we're just going to say 30,000 times 20 to get an hourly rate. You are earning 600,000 every single hour. And I did this exact method that I'm showing you right now, where I trigger these NPCs and then I quickly go ahead and go kill the Yetis. I typically like starting here because these guys will actually lower my health, and then the Yetis just put my health back to max. And yeah, as you can see, both of them are here. There we go. Come on over here, buddy. Let's go ahead and kill both of you at the same time. Holy lag, bro. These guys are so much. I'm literally lagging. What is going on? Okay, well, it's still working. And yeah, even though I'm lagging, I still can't die to them. And also, you do get these things called the Yeti Heart. This is a fairly good thing for, you know, a quest. And I don't think the stats on it are actually that good. It's a 7.7 times multiplier, I mean, if you care. But yeah, on top of that, you also get some great essence. And they actually respawn so fast, bro. I'm very curious if doing just this is enough, but I'll let you guys come up with that if you think just fighting these two Yetis is enough. But this, in my opinion, is the best method of grinding money. It's super easy and it takes barely any movement. And every time I kill these guys, I probably get 2 of these Yeti hearts, tons of essence, and like $2,000. So not bad at all. I'm actually going to stay here for a little bit and fight just these guys because I feel like they're giving me so much money. Honestly, fighting just these 2 guys might be the way to go. This gotta be enough, bro. I'm earning so much. Like, I'm earning a number that I never saw myself earning. And oh my god, I accidentally just killed one without the other dying. So this would be kind of a little bit annoying because you want to try and fight both of them at the same time. But look, that one died and this guy just respawned. What? They take literally no time to respawn, and it's guaranteed Yetis every single time now. It's no more of the golem things. It's just Yeti. Depending on what level Yeti you get to fight, you know, the health will be different, the damage will be, and also the money will be. I just earned like 2,000 from that single one. And also, depending on your race in this game, it can be made a little bit easier or whatever. I think Archangel is obviously the best, followed up by Demon and then some other other ones, like I believe Golem might be pretty good for this. There's a few other ones you can use, but I definitely recommend you guys check that out some other time. The last thing you can do is go ahead, throw down some warrior totems, bro, because this gives you a 30-minute increase in your damage. So you can just sit here and wait. Why does it say 5 minutes? Bro, it literally says 30 minutes on this thing. Damage increase for 30 minutes. Am I tripping? Okay, well, I did just kind of get scammed. But yes, this makes your damage greater. And you can take this even to another level by going to your achievements and equipping either the damage boost from the boss kills or things like attack speed boost. In my opinion, attack speed is the best for this. You definitely do not need a health boost or the crit chance boost. Crit chance is actually pretty good too, but I don't know what that's for. Wait, I just came to the realization there's 2 crit chance boosts, so I don't know which one is actually for the, fighting NPCs. But just in case, I'm going to use an attack speed boost. That way I'm swinging a bit faster. And also, I just simply bring them together every single time. That way, I'm swinging at both and my lifesteal goes up because it's basically 2 birds, 1 stone that you're doing here. And there we go. I've made so much money from this already. And to be honest, this warrior totem definitely does not help me out. Do not throw this junk down, bro. The only thing I do recommend is try and get rid of these ice crystals in the middle. They are a little bit obstructive to you, like, hitting both of the Yetis at the same time. So if you can, go ahead, take your time and break them. But these guys literally respawn so fast that I don't think I could. There we go. Let's see how much we get from this one guy, bro. I just got 1.5K from him, bro. And look, he's already back. Like, what is this method, bro? This is definitely going to get nerfed or patched or, they're going to do something to it to say that, this is no longer a thing in the game. But definitely make use of this while it lasts. If I were to personally choose one and recommend you guys do, though, it would simply be this one because I feel like you have to do way less armor grinding and all that hassle in order to be able to basically make the same amount of money, if not more, depending on how good your luck is in the level of golems or yetis you get to fight. But let me know what you think, or whether or not you still prefer the traditional method, which is this thing. I think it's pretty good. However, the other one, it's also a little easier once again, and you have to do less moving in comparison to this one, which you have to keep going back and forth down this entire little section. But if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and watch this one on the screen right here. I went to pick it for you myself. I really think you're going to like it, so click it fast. This video is about to end, and until then, I'll catch you in this video. Hurry, click it. Bye!